Good afternoon. My name is Glen Case. I'm the president of Exclusive Cigars, and we're here in fabulous New Orleans at the next IPCPR. And I just want to take a few minutes to talk about my company. We've been making cigars for about 5 years, and it's been a huge blessing. The cigar that put us on the map is the Kristoff, and we've got the Kristoff right here. This is the original blend. It's a Cuban seed criollo wrapper, 100% Habano seed, beautiful medium-bodied cigar. We launched that about 3 years ago, and we also did, about a year after that, a Maduro version of it. In the last year's IPCPR, we introduced the Ligero, which is just below that. Now, this is the same blend of tobacco as the original Kristoff. The only difference is the amount of Ligero leaf that we use in the filler. The original Kristoff, 30% of the filler is Ligero leaf. The new Kristoff Ligero, 70% is Ligero leaf. So it's not going to knock you over, but it's a very rich, full-bodied cigar. And in the criollo, on both of these, you get wonderful notes of toasted almond, cedar, spice, a beautiful sweet finish. And on the Maduro wrapper, which is in the other cabinet, we'll show you that in a second, has wonderful notes of coffee bean and cocoa bean, spice, a hint of dried cherry, and a beautiful sweet finish.
Now, how do those flavors get into the tobacco? Because there's always this thing, oh, I don't taste that, I don't taste cherry, I don't taste fruit and nuts.
Right, that's a great question. I'll tell you, frankly, most people can't pick up those flavor notes. But for those that kind of seek those flavor notes out, it's actually just the natural flavor attributes within that tobacco. So we don't do anything to enhance it or change it. It's just a natural flavor in the tobacco.
Okay.
We also are introducing at the show, this is brand new, Britannia Reserva. And what I did on this is an absolutely delicious cigar. I took the original Kristoff, the same binder and filler, and I put a Honduran Connecticut wrapper on it. It's absolutely delicious. It's a mild to medium-bodied cigar with a lot of flavor. It's got wonderful notes of heavy cream, hazelnut, and the finish on this is nothing short of sweet butter. It's absolutely smooth and sweet and tasty, and I'm really excited about that. And we went with that very traditional packaging again with the loose tobacco, the fuma, the pigtail, the uncut front. Really excited about that. Then the one on the top, the Vengeance Series 98. I made two different blends in the Vengeance line, and this the Series 98 is more of a medium, maybe a notch above medium bodied. It's got wonderful notes of toasted nut, a little bit of a woodsy flavor, a hint of espresso bean, a nice spice in the front end with a sweet finish on the back end. Most of my cigars, when you smoke them, you'll find that they're very smooth, full flavor, and really leave a fresh, clean finish on your palate.
How did you get into the business?
Well, I was an executive in the banking industry for 18 years. I got tired of the politics, the bureaucracy. I came home to my lovely wife one day and I said, you know what, I think I'm going to quit my job. And after I picked her up off the floor and sat her back in the chair, she's like, okay, what are you talking about? I said, you know, I'm just tired. So we talked about doing a number of different things, and at the time, she and her father-in-law were independent sales reps for other cigar manufacturers. So I thought I'd give that a shot. About 6 months into it, I won't say the manufacturer, but our largest manufacturer at the time called us up and said, you know what, you guys have done a great job the last 6 years. You got our product everywhere, but you're fired. We're going in-house sales. So I told my wife, I said, I don't want anyone controlling my future and our future together, so we're going to make our own cigars. And again, that was about 4.5 years ago. So here we are today, and it's been a real blessing because it's been fun to see the company grow as it has across the country.
A lot's kind of changed politically, economically in those 4.5 years. Can you talk a little bit about how that's affected you?
Absolutely. And I'll try to be politically correct here, but the one hazard, I think, and there's a few hazards, but the biggest hazard in my mind is the federal government. Between non-smoking bans, of course you've always had state taxes at varying levels across the country, but the federal tax, being the S-chip, it's a challenge. And I think we were fortunate, given the original proposed bill, to end up where we're at. But you know what? We're on the radar, and they're looking at us. They've got us under a microscope, and we just have to continue to talk to our legislatures and really fight to not experience those increases. That will eventually put us out of business if we're not careful.
Okay. We have time for one more.
Okay. What do you think that the average consumer could or should do in order to kind of pitch in and fight back?
Absolutely. I mean, again, call their local representative, let them know that they've got rights in terms of no smoking bans. They've got a right to smoke just like anyone. And in terms of taxes, you know what, this is, the S-chip tax that went into effect was the single largest tax increase on a consumable good in U.S. history.
Really?
And frankly, that's capitalizing on something that, frankly, I don't think is fair. So again, they just got to talk to their state representatives and fight for our rights.
All right. Well, Glenn, thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Sure.